Hello, beautiful people, and happy Thursday. My name is Steven ESC, as you may have guessed, and I am playing Minecraft once again on the Citadel server. So I see we've got a few folks in the chat already. Cosmic in there right away. Okay, first of all, Cosmic, my apologies. Last time I didn't realize that you had donated 8,000 bits. I think you did it right before my stream started, or the notification went off and I didn't see it, but I am so sorry that I did not see that last time. So my apologies, and thank you so much. It's super generous. Much appreciated. See, we got some other folks there in the chat. We've got Embedded Curse Jr. Hello, welcome on in. Good to see you. Welcome. You've fallen, you can't get up. Please help. Oh, that is so unfortunate. CJ, good to see you, my friend. Welcome on in. And Alistair McFly, hello. What's this then? Thank you all so much for being here. I'm not gonna lie, it's feels like it's been forever since I streamed. So, yeah, there's gonna be some rust to kick off this evening, but I'm excited to get going. So for this, oh dear, 2 minutes on the timer. Alistair, thank you very much for using your 2,000 viewpoints on Potty Boy. Just have to take a sip of tea for that. 1 moment, please. Yes, there we are. Alright, 2 minutes on the timer. Here we go. The first thing we need to do this evening is we're going to go to find some copper. That's because we are at the copper stair stage. I forgot exactly how many stages of copper there are. I suppose the only way we can find that out for sure is to just swing this bloody axe at those stairs over there. So let's go and do that, shall we? And of course, then, we're going to adventure far beyond our normal realm on the Citadel, because it is not very 118, so I need to find an area outside of our normal space that is 118. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 different stages of copper, did you see that? So I only really need... I'm going to need all the waxed variants as well, of course, but that's not that big of a deal. We'll need to just find those, and then we'll be good. The person has already gone, Stephen. I felt troll. That's alright. That's alright. I choose to be friendly to said trolls, and still said trolls expose their true nature. Nap time. Just like that. Nap time also equals tea time. Jolly good show. Alright, and so, for this adventure, for the copper, I will need 4, count them 4, stairs. So this adventure is going to be slightly different than the rest of them, because I can't very well wax them all at the same time. And so what I'm going to be doing is going to get all the copper, coming back here, finding a bee, and then waxing it. What over here? Oh, that was the timer, right. Oh, okay, cool. My jaw is thankful for the timer. Alistair, thank you again for using your 2,000 viewpoints on Hardy Boy. It's always good to have him pop in every once in a while, but that was a time lapse on that. So, for the copper, what did Cosmic put? This guy's more British. Well, I don't know about that. So, copper ingot. Is that all of the copper I've got? It might very well be. That's alright. I mean, sips his tea before we begin. You're not a tea sipping Brit, and I'm not a hockey watching Canadian, so I don't know what's going on. We're meant to be buddies. That's all it comes down to. Alright, so do I have any iron? Redstone. Smooth basalt. Okay, it's been a while. Oops. Let me see. So copper stairs. I need to have cut copper in order to... So in order to make cut copper... Wait, are you kidding? I need a block of copper to make... What? It's been a while. So I have to make block of copper first. Okay, it equals 4 then. Block of copper first. So I need 9 of those. So in order to make 4 sets of stairs... Actually... Oh, I thought I heard a creeper hissing there for a moment. Not a fan of hot drinks. Hot chocolate's good. Alright, sorry, I got caught up in the hot beverage chat there. So in order to get copper stairs, I need 6 of those, which is, that means I need 8 of these in order to get 4 and 4. And 8 of those times 9, so I need 72 of these. I do believe so. No, yes, because I'm going to have to make 8 of them in order to make... Alright, cool. Equals many, indeed. Alright, I think we got this. Alright, so now we need to figure out which way we want to get it off me. Get it off me! Holy smokes, I am in for some cooking tonight because it was a warm day today and I have not set up a fan in my office yet. And this computer's giving off heat. The sun outside is giving off heat, and holy moly, I can already feel the aroma cooking. Alright, so for this adventure, since we do have the Alistair and the Cosmic in chat, do either of you know if we've explored off in this direction at all? Because I might just adventure in a new direction and yeah, see if we can find any copper that way. I should take this inventory that I've got and place it somewhere because I don't need it anymore. Alright, let's do that. Is brightness down? No, brightness is up. Yes. So I'm pretty much almost directly north from the meadows. Right here. This is where I am, and then I was thinking of going off to the right. So basically, east of the meadows. I don't know if... Direction much? Okay. Because it's probably been reloaded then, so I might just head that way a little bit. Cool. Cool. Means maybe we'll find something sooner than later, rather than having to go through my usual spot of going all the way through the nether, down by the mushroom tree, not east. Oh, so the east is the unexplored area. Alright. I can do that. Now let's take a look at this chest, see if there's enough room. There is! So we're gonna need... Oh, that's a pretty good pickaxe. So we'll keep that. We'll put... Actually, these stairs need to go elsewhere. Oh, whatever. We don't need to worry about the order right now, so we'll do this. I will keep you. Protection. Protection. Foods. Don't need the bone. Oh, we'll take that bed though, because we may need that where we're going. Alright, looking for copper and deep slate, right? Everything below 0 should be fresh and spawning stuff anyways. Yeah, right, thank you for the reminder. That will not never result in no deaths, exactly. But, I thought that copper spawn mostly was in and around level 45 to 50 kind of thing, 47 range. So I would... I could find deep slate digging straight down for sure. But I'm going to, I'm gonna go look for some less dangerous spots to start off with. Alright, has everything I need. It's safe for him to wait until he hits the 118 area before he digs down. Right. If Alistair is suggesting something, it's likely untrue. Alright, I can leave my rockets here. Oh wait, do I have my wings on me? I don't, which is probably safe.
Okay, so I need to just go and drop off these stairs at the Stairporium. No, the oh my goodness, why do I keep untrue? Puts a question mark. I don't know. You tell me. The apothecary. Right, there should be some deep slate level here, right? On most. Okay. Alright, so let's put these stairs where they belongs. Oh my goodness, look at that stair collection building up. That's awesome. Actually, I don't need that nether wart, but we'll keep it on me. I don't know why I kept that either. Oh well. For good luck? Does basalt good for good luck? Do you have to chuck basalt over your shoulder? One step at a time. It is indeed the chest of delight. Alright. So, I guess I should get going. Bow down with the cult of the stair. Indeed. All hail goddess Asteria. And I mean, for you three folks that are in chat, I know you well, so you've been here for a while, but I also happen to hit the, I surpassed the 250 follower milestone kind of while I was not streaming, so that was kind of a nice treat. I almost feel like I should have done something special like CJ did, but I didn't have the time. It just kind of blew by me. This is the thing, I can't tell if this is new because this looks like a weird, like, split generation. That seems like an odd thing. So I almost feel like I could go on the other side of this hill and it will be newness. Thanks everyone. I missed that. Reminds me of DS9 episode The Wire. Conversation between of all the stories you told me, which ones were true, which especially the last. Nice. Not too late. Just do it next time. I could, you're right. It's funny, I'm still in the process of trying to figure out what it is exactly I want to do with the majority of my streams. I think that that Lego stream broke me. I'm realizing if I could be a full-time Lego streamer, that's what I want to do when I grow up. Not necessarily full-time as in that's where I would spend all my... Well, to be honest, if I could make a full-time living building Lego online, heck yeah. I was going to bring this bed with me, but I think I'm just going to go until I find an area to start going down. And that looks like a big old mountain, so I think we're probably getting into new terrain over here. Yeah, these areas look like regret, so we're on the right track. Yeah, they were a lot of fun. Doing something to afford buying Lego. Yes, well, so the goal would be, first of all, to stream enough Lego to support my Lego building kind of desire. And then beyond that, why not? Let's just do this. Probably regret that sometime soon, but let's need to make enough to pay for the Lego every stream first, and then look at making a living. Alright. I feel like that mountain is probably a good indication that I've gone far enough. Now I just need to find an inn. Oh, thank you, Cosmic. Maybe we'll just go in this teeny tiny hole over there. Over here. What could go wrong? Alright, so have I traveled essentially... Oh, I've gone off to the right some. Oh yeah, that was really good. Sounds like there are bad things near me already. I do not like that. Elcorn is subscribed with Prime. Subscribed now for 13 months. Holy moly. Thank you so much, Elcorn, and welcome on into the chat. Good to see you. This subversary makes me glad you didn't wait until tomorrow to stream. Cheers. Nice. But does that mean you would have missed your, lost your streak? You waited till tomorrow? Sub-hype indeed. Really? Wild llamas? I don't know if I've ever seen wild llamas before. I should probably just start digging. I'm just having fun adventuring around because I don't do it very often. So what's my my Y level here? So we're at 81, so we need to get down. We'll go over one of those spots and go down. 30 months on Friday the 13th. Ooh. I didn't even realize it was Friday the 13th. That would have been all kinds of I guess either good mojo or bad mojo, depending on how you like the 13th. Sound for sing-along is still on the to-do list. Oh yes. Alistair's redeemed sing-along. Yes, it is indeed. That's weird. I'm trying to get used to this because I've got the Twitch dashboard open on a different screen now. Different screen now, and so I'm trying to get used to that, but I'm not always good at seeing it. So my apologies. Alistair McFly, thank you for using your 2,000 viewpoints on Sing Along. We've got 2 minutes on the timer. Here we go. Here we go. We've got a cave behind us. Let's see how this will... Oh my goodness, this is not good. I did not bring coal or enough wood. So what I'm gonna do is backtrack a little bit because I saw the coal right around the corner. That's right, it was just over here. Over where? Over here. And so I'll get myself some coal and I'll grab plenty of sticks. I'll probably leave it at that because... Goodness me, it's PG-13! We don't want to go that rhyming road, so I'll just grab the coal while I can and get some experience points in my hand. And then I shall go to the trees and chop them down like a mean old man. How many pieces of coal is that? How many pieces of coal? That's 16, you weirdo. Goodness me. Cosmic. I've missed you too. I've missed every single one of you. But holy smokes, is it ever warm? I gotta figure out something with a fan. I might take a break there, young man, and actually change the climate in my room. Well, one more piece of coal in my pocket, and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm liking this here coal probably more than I should. And next, before we go in, I need some wood. Moon Girl is here. And with that, the song has endeth. Alistair, thank you again for using your 2,000 viewpoints on Sing Along. And yes, Cosmic, you are 152% correct. The sound for that is still on the to-do list. Me oh my. Alright, let's just go over here. Alright, enough of these animal noises. Howdy! Moon Girl, this evening we are going to look for some copper. So we are adventuring off the beaten path. We don't know exactly where we're going, just that we're going. Oh. Guess I gotta go over here to get it. Probably don't need this much wood, but I'm taking it anyway. doing for time? Time says we're doing pretty good. I gotta keep some stuff still on the to-do list, otherwise it's just a list of stuff you've written. That's some logic, that Cosmic. I wholeheartedly approve of that logic. Haven't you finished everything? Because then, what's the point in what's the point in anything? Plenty of torches. Well, you know what? Let's do more torches. Boop. Alright, that's it. That's plenty. Bed up here. Put the bed there. Alright, now it's adventure time. Add that to my list. Add what's the list? Nothing on it. Love it. Gotta say, thank you folks for being here. I was, my back's still sore from a while ago, which is a big old drag. And so I was a little bit low on energy, but I feel you guys. You're, good for the spirit and good for the morale, so I'm glad you're here. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. That was totally a mistake. Hit the wrong key. Woo! Wrong time to hit the wrong key, that's for sure. Oh my gosh. Familiar with. Give my sympathies. Yes. That is, How are you feeling anyway? Forgot. Yeah, wrong key's not so bad when it's just like... oh no, I hit the wrong thing and I've switched tools in my hand or whatever, but when it's a near-death experience, that's not good. It's not good at all. Getting better? Awesome. Glad to hear it. I can't imagine dealing with that level of brain fog on a regular basis. Okay, let's leave that like that. We're gonna travel down a bit. For better or for worse. Okay, that was not very dangerous at all. So have we... What level are we at? We're at 68. Alright, let's take a peek over here, see if this goes down any further. Ah! Jeez, that startled me. So the answer is yes, it goes down, but... Alright. Alright, we're heading down. Thanks for stopping by earlier. Appreciate it. Glad you're able to bow out without any spoilers. Oh yeah, no problem. I felt bad because I was like, oh, this is starting. I always like listening to your Star Trek chats, even though I'm not as familiar with the shows as everyone else who's on the call. Still like to hear how things are going, and then just like, spoiler alert. Oh, I'd like to watch those shows someday. Then I basically was in there for a minute tops, maybe. Then I had to leave. So we're at 70 now. This isn't getting exactly very low, so I guess we just gotta start digging. Let's get you out of the hand. Put the cobblestone in there. Just would like to do that, just for the sake of not having a baddie drop on us. This is probably gonna be good. You seem to have stumbled upon a note cave. Exactly. Let's do this whole thing where we're clever. Or we try to remember to be clever. So it's very possible that this is not going to be a copper area. I feel like this... Wait, that's not copper, is it? No, it's iron. Okay. I was like, wait a second. Oh, gravel. Sometimes I don't want to deal with you. So this is just this stream may just be a whole lot of digging. Turn this off for now. As long as everybody's okay with that, then we'll get along just dandily. Oops, that is Oh gosh darn it, Steven. Why you gotta be that way? Nice. I can dig it! Can you dig it? So even if this ends up not being a big old copper jackpot, we'll continue to dig down for some deep slate here, I guess. Oh no, I can't get the deep slate yet. So we gotta find copper first. So how are we doing for... We're at block 40. So block 40 is too low. If I remember correctly, it's around here. Although I remember if we found ravines and things like that. I remember finding a lot of my copper around ravine edges. Oh yeah. Come on. Oh, I got it. Nice. Cool. Bit of a shooting gallery here, I see. No complaints from the Steven. Except when they just don't die. Alright. That's wrong. That's gotta go here. Well, what's shooting at me? Still a skeleton shooting at me? I don't know. Okay. I'll just leave that dude over there. I don't know what I'm feeling right now, but I believe it. Well, a little bit of trepidation. Not gonna lie. Ah, that sounded like a creeper. Did not enjoy that sound. This might not be a 118 area.
It's Tuesday!
It's Tuesday! Who did that? You are the best cookie in the west side of the grocery store. Okay, 2 minutes on the timer, Cosmic. No, Elkihorn, thank you very much. Here we go. Thought it was a creeper. I looked for it, and it was no. It was that was the that is not disappointing. And I was okay with it. All right, so we're good down here. There's nothing to see. Now we have to go backwards, and then go slap around the zombie face. Hopefully not take any damage to our own not so zombie face. That's always good. Ah, look at that. Wait. Where are you, zombie face? Oh, zombie face. I don't know. It's a quicker way down into the copper mine. There's always a quicker way down. Ooh. Double tap. Boop boop. Hmm. This is just turning into a big old adventure. Not so much copper finding, adventure finding. Which is still okay on Tuesdays. You know, it's the way it should be. Although I feel like we are now way beyond what is acceptable. Don't do that. Okay, well, you know, I don't know. Let's go back up. No, we are at 45. This is pretty good. Maybe we just need to kind of dig around and say, hello, where are you? Just like that. So, hello, where are you? Here, copper, copper, copper. So we'll just do this for a little bit. If we can't find anything over here, it is possible that this is not a 118 friendly area. There's a quicker way down to a copper mine, and I'm sure it involves falling down a big old hole. It's alright, well, Alcorn, thank you very much for 2,000 viewpoints on Tuesday's Child. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've done all of these, actually, so this is kind of nice. Actually, just give me 1 second there. I am going to open the window with the hopes that that makes the room a bit cooler. Alright. Means we may get some outdoor sounds, but at least it'll be a more livable room. Come on, you can do it. Get up there. Let's just dig off this way a little bit. I'm all glowy? Oh, I am all glowy. I got like some specially goodness on. I got schmancy clothes. That's right. It's Steven's Greatest Hits Night, featuring all the characters you've grown to love. Or hate. Regardless, they're all here in this special half-hour music sing-along Tuesday special. I feel like this is going to be a whole lot of non-copper. Getting a bunch of iron. Alright. I think we're calling it. This is a fun little adventure. But now I feel like we are not where we need to be. Probably not far enough away. So we will go back up here. I think we'll have to adventure. Go back to where we originally used to mine for copper. That was pretty copper rich. So we went down that way and there was nothing. So we came back and just picked a spot and started digging. Adventure! Actually, we didn't go over this way. Ah, that's because it opens up into this other area. Into the daylight. To register a complaint at the lack of stairs being placed as you go around the cave department. Fine. I didn't miss one, did I? No, Tuesday's Child, okay. Pretty cool area over here. I think all areas are pretty cool. Just give them a chance. You just gotta give him a chance, man. Yeah, I don't think I'm far enough away. I think there's just a mountainous area beforehand. Ah! That's a party I don't really want to hang around for, so I think we're just going to cut our losses over here today, folks. We could dig and dig and dig, and I'm not sure that this is a copper area, so let's just head back to a place we know. Okay, I'll be off and on with the lurking snake. No worries, Moon Girl. Appreciate you being here. You're just using blocks in places where you would normally tell people to put stairs. True, but I only have... Fine. This is an honorary perfect spot. I only have a handful of them on me, so I can't just go wasting stuff. Wah, 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 wah. Oh, so Cosmic, I have decided on the Legos that I'm going to get. I mean, I'm going to get the Cooper Mini, and as long as it's still available used, I'm going to get it next Twitch payout. So thank you very much for the generosity. It's not that I didn't want to get it before, but I went to visit my sister and yeah, had to use some of the Twitch money for the trip. It was really great to see my sister. So it just meant that I wasn't able to get the Lego thing as soon as possible. So, and I'm not saying this. Please don't take this as an invitation to give me more money right now. That's not what I'm not fishing for that. I'm just letting you know that I did not forget that I said I was going to get the Lego with the money. Favorite Moon Girl, in case I miss it later, see you, welcome back. See you, welcome back. Nice. Oh, okay. Somebody should eat. It took me a moment, but I got it. I got it. Huh. Did I go down there, or somebody else must have gone down there already? Ugh. Don't look at the Enderman. Alright. Well, it was a fun little adventure. Not fruitful at all. But still nice. It's all good. It was a donation to do whatever you wanted to it. Well, I thank you very much. I think it was just more because I said, hey, I'm getting this thing, and then I just didn't. In case you were wondering where the Lego stream was, it's coming. It's coming. Because I really enjoy it. I think, as I was saying at the beginning, I like the Lego streams a little too much. But I went to at my sister's place. Her husband, he gets some of the Lego creator expert sets every year. So like he gets a building block, like a block of a neighborhood every year. And he's got a corner of his rec room downstairs that is carved out as a Lego area. It is fantastic. It made me a little bit jealous. Not gonna lie. It was good. And I will enjoy the Lego stream when we get it. Really happy to hear you managed to go visit some family. No, and I appreciate that. It was so good. And gas is pricey these days, so I was actually basically able to pay for, pay for the whole trip and gifts for my niece. All thanks to you, so much appreciated. To the Lost World in Dartmouth, a bunch of older discontinued Lego sets. I have not. Oh. That sounds like a place I need to hit up sometime in the super near future. That's not what I meant to do. Alright. So, I probably should probably make some more torches. More torches! Skylander make a trip to Dartmouth. Yeah, no kidding. We should do that, Alistair. We should do a Lego toy store date. Been a while since we done hung out. Alright. Alright, where? Okay. So I'm gonna bring a... Do I have enough wood? I used up all the wood. Way to go, Steven. Way to go, Steve-O. Alright, so I'm gonna grab some wood. Make a chest. Bring it with me. Are there dinosaurs in this lost world? Because there totally should be. There are. Ooh, I have to make a family trip out of that too. All right, we're a little bit low on these stone brick stairs, and I don't like that. So I'm just gonna make a few more. There we go. And then I will, whew, I will not grab any of that. What did I do with all the wood? There should be a chest of just wood somewhere. Oh my goodness, yeah, those are pretty sweet. And the cleanliness of them after you touch them up, oh my god, it's so, so nice. Wait, can I make a chest out of that? Because that would be glorious, glorious. Nice, do that, but can I do this? I can! I'll bring 2 just in case. Probably won't need that many, but that's okay. Bought 4 copies of F1 Racer and 4 player devs. So, oh, cool. I might be a little bit jealous, yeah. I'm actually jealous of your ability to just fix those things up. It's really great. Cobble, cobble, cobble. Do, 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 do. Alright, I'll do that. Actually, I'll bring that iron axe. I won't need the iron axe this time. Alright, what do we? Okay, I think that's good for now. I think we've emptied ourselves out enough. Neighbors with you guys. I love this. It is a pretty great place to live. Enjoy quite a bit, so if you ever want a custom styled one. Alright. We gotta talk. Not that I have the money for it right now, but this, the idea. It makes me happy. I'm gonna bring you just in case I need to light things on fire. You're a master recreator and a master recreator as well. That word works perfectly in both senses. Oh, thanks, CJ. I'm pretty pleased with it. Thank you for saying that, because sometimes my brain just feels like, oh, I've been working on this for so long. I tend to do that. Projects that just seem to be so big, they take forever, so thank you for saying that. It makes me, I guess, take a moment to reappreciate the work that's been done on it. Alright, this is once we get down here and on a safe straightaway, that'll be a tea sipping straightaway. Basically, when I'm in a tunnel where gas can't get me, that'll be a tea sipping hallway. Here we go. It's tea sipping time. There's always there's a company that does custom printed game boards. Ooh, that would be cool. Holy smokes, CJ, if you ever come up here, yeah, we're definitely hanging out. And Cosmic, yes, I'm not sure if you noticed, but your most recent bit donation has put you into the next emote category for bits. And I didn't anticipate that being hit so soon, so I owe you another emote. We need to chat about what that should be. I don't even know what that bit should be, what that emote should be. Bouncy, 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 fun, 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 fun. The wonderful thing about Tigger says that I am the only one. I was going to say something other than Tigger, trying to think of a clever thing to say, but I just couldn't come up with anything. Oh wait. Okay, we got gold on, we're good. Sipping some tea, sipping some tea. That's funny. Hey CJ, Yes, Elkhorn. If you happen to be going to Nova Scotia in the next little while, maybe you should have let me know so I can come too. Is that what you're going to say, Elkhorn? I feel like that's what you're going to say. Don't want to be putting words in your mouth, but I feel like that's what you're going to say. Alright. So yay, big mushroom tree. Warped wood giant. The warped giant. Alright, here we go. We are going through. I need to build this again because this was actually called, once upon a time, the, what was it called? The Warped Grove. Ah, look at that! Like I planned it. Like I planned it to be there. And if I plan this properly, there should still be an awesome boat over here. Hello? Dear boat? Where'd you go? Boat? There was a boat here? Gosh darn it! I need to make another boat. It's a very precarious looking island. It's got nothing underneath it holding this piece of land up. This is a bunch of floaty land. Whose idea was that? There it is! And there's a boat chicken! Sensation is collecting the labels to peel off my beer. Well, dang. But you got beer in hand, so that's a quality problem. It's a good problem to have, I mean. Beer in hand. If you are a beer drinker, of course. If not, the problem is you've stolen someone's beer. And you are going to get in trouble. Chicken was keeping the boat warm for you, that's right. Keeping the engine going. So I'm gonna just... Yeah, this whole area is a reset. Again. So I'm just gonna go back to the land that we usually go to, which is straight ahead. And do the old setup shop thing that I usually do. I'll probably have to rebuild my little island that I use. Oh no, that's gonna give me a headache if I keep doing that. Hold on, are you rowing a boat with a chicken in the back? Holding a cooked chicken in your hand? Shh. Nothing to see here, Cosmic. Oh my goodness, that looks like a place we want to go right away. One for now, one... one for now, one for later. Oh no, it is still here. Nice. My little safety island, so things can't get me. Amazing. Probably don't need more than that, but I'll do it anyway. Do respawn. I don't think I need all of this stuff. I'm trying to remember where we went last time, because there used to be a bunch of... Oh! I wonder where we went last time. Maybe we'll just try our luck where we went. That's so funny. Poor chicken. Well, if it bothered getting a job, that's right. Look at that. Find the copper right away. Beauteous. Oh my goodness. Please do. Oh my goodness. Really? This is going to be everything we need right here? This is ridiculous. Look at all the copper! Pretty much. I just gave up. That's so funny. Alright, so what was that? Oh my goodness. Well, I guess that's all the copper we need. Sheesh. Let's we need a little bit more of that for furnace. That's crazy. What a haul. The engine running on the boat for you. It's not its immediate family, Cosmic. Come back here again next time with one block. Probably. That's so funny. Well, that was pretty good haul. Alright, now I do need to get some coal though. My brain does not recall if there was coal down here. Probably not. Oh, interesting. This keeps going a little bit. No, it doesn't. This must have been a copper... Feels like it has a bit of a copper feel to it. Just a second cousin. Thrice Oh, well done. Thrice. Hats off to you, sir. Instead of digging down here, I'm actually going to look along the cliffs because it tends to be just along the hillsides a little bit easier to spot sometimes. Excuse me. All right, dear copper. Wherefore art thou? You know what? Forget this. We're not looking for copper. We're burning some wood. Thrice removed from the world of the living. Let's take these birch trees. Birchy birch. Take that mama birch and that son of a birch. And we're just gonna cook some stuff. This is gonna be... This is a crazy amount of copper. So is that one... Okay. Pfft. I have stacks of it. That was quite the vein, because I only need 72 total, so... Well, I'll just... The downside of this, of course, is now we just need to wait, because I can't actually go and get the next ones until these ones are done. There's a reason a serial killer would own a defibrillator. Yeah, that would be pretty morbid. I don't remember, did they do something like that on... What was it? That futuristic one where you could sort of... Your entire personality was stored in the disk. Altered Carbon. I think there's one point in that where they had a defibrillator. Defibrillator? What is it? No, defibrillator. Oh, okay. I keep wanting to say defibrillator. So, what should we get out here? What in the 118 world would be out here that's worth getting while we wait for that to cook? Obviously without being too far away because we need it to cook. So that was 64. So let 4 more cook and then we'll load 4 more in and that'll be all we need. We can get on the way. Suscitates you so that it can kill you again and again. I saw the pilot of that but never got around to continuing on. Oh, gotcha. Please make that a movie. It's funny. Well, I wonder how close by we need to be. We can do a little bit of... Oops. Oh, no! Well, we could do a little bit of boating around. Just, remap this coastline. Just hopefully not get too far away from it. I don't know how close I need to be. that looks interesting up there. Yeah, that's an adventure waiting to happen. Fibs or lies? Ah, nice. I did not catch the punniness, but I approve. Ooh, a cave we can boat into. Should we? Of course not. Dare we? We'll take a look. What in the bucket of curiosity is going on over there? Oh my gosh, it's swimming pigs. Screen capture that. Oh, cool. That's pretty neat. Oh, I gotta come back for this at some point. I like that area. Ah! Crashing. Alright, I need to get back over there and get to sleep. I wasn't paying attention at the time. Oh, that's probably not somewhere I can get out. And thank you to not interrupt their fun. Alright, alright. I can take a hint, you swines. I could go record TCC with Joel. Nice. Oh, look at that. Perfect timing. Alright, Alistair, thank you so much for popping by. Have yourself a wonderful night. Tell the Joel we said hello, hello. Enjoy your podcast. Yeah, for those of you who may have caught the last podcast I did with Joel, hopefully it made some sense. I was coming off of a bad headache and feel like my brain was not functioning as well as it could have. So I didn't get all of my thoughts on the Spider-Man and whatnot figured out, or I didn't get it out as eloquently or as concisely as I would have liked. So. I need more wood, apparently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that did... I wasn't even paying attention to how much wood I put in. So we need to go find some. Right. I like the way that this song's starting off. I think I'm going to do... Let's do a little bit of adventuring. Actually, let's plant some saplings so we don't feel bad about ourselves. There we go. Renewable resources, folks. Renewable. Don't be a jerk. Replant your trees. Let's take a peek over here. Maybe there's some coal this way. Whoa! Well, there is some down there. Not like super easily attainable. Oh, there's some drips down there too. Interesting. Let's go to the mouth of this ravine. The birch large. Oh my goodness, there's copper right here. Of course there is. Why wouldn't there be? Alright, let's see how much copper... Not copper, how much coal we get. Oh, so if anyone... Well, everyone here, I believe, or if you're not, part of Joel Duggan's Discord, you can do so by supporting him on Patreon. And it's I learned a thing on his Patreon, on his Discord today. That Discord is introduced basically dynamic timestamps. Who is Joel? Joel is real. This is really interesting. Oh, am I trapped now? I'm trapped. All kinds of copper and stuff down here. Holy smokes. Okay, we gotta explore that at some point. That's very cool. I think I would like to come out here and make another area for myself. Feels like if I wanted to restart a place anew that was just... Not that I didn't want to hang out with anybody else, but like that was just me. This would be a pretty cool place to do it. But we got some coal. We got some coaly goodness. But the Yes, thank you. Thank you, Cosmic. Indeed. Who is the Joel? But there's like dynamic timestamps that you can create now. So basically, you can put the time of the stream in, and it will show the right time for everyone's time zone. Pretty cool. So then I did a little bit of digging of my own. I'll just throw that all in there. And I don't usually dork around a ton like this, but he linked to a website where you can actually what is that? Just one sec. Hold on, folks. I'm just going to go get that URL because it's pretty useful. So one moment, please. Stay here, because I don't want you to go anywhere. I just don't want... I've got some work stuff open, so I don't necessarily want those tabs to be visible. Hammer time, right. Alright, so it is very cool, apart from when Joel gets his AM and PM mixed up and it looks like he was planning on streaming at 1 a.m. Yes, that's exactly right. That is problematic. So what I did is I actually used that... I was going to use that website, but I found out that... How to explain this? Okay, on my iPhone, there's an app called Shortcuts. And so basically you can create Siri shortcuts that allow you to do a number of different things. And I found a website that basically talked about what I wanted to do, and I made a Siri shortcut for automatically creating the code snippet for when the stream will be tonight. So if I wanted to, I can just press and hold the button, the home button, say the name of the Siri shortcut I wanted to create, or that I created, and it'll just automatically create the snippet, stick it in the clipboard, and I can paste it right on the Mac. So it's awesome. Indeed. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out what to do with the Shortcuts app, and it just... I know it's useful, I've just not found a huge reason for it myself either. Oops. Well, that was not super. Only 3 of those. Great. Great, so we need 3 more. We'll wait till we get 3 more at least. 1, 2, and 1 more. Moobot. Moobot? What did I miss? Oh, no, that's all I needed, right? I missed that in the chat. The Moobot? Oh, it's another bot like Nightbot. Yeah. Is Joel using Moobot now? Okay, we've got half of them. We've got half of what we need, so we just gotta wait. I've always, I shouldn't say always, but every once in a while I thought about moving from Nightbot to something else. And Moobot seems pretty good, but the only reason I would want to is so I could actually, like if the cost wasn't astronomical, I'd love to have like a bot that was a custom name. So the only thing that I don't like about Nightbot is that it's called Nightbot. Like I wish I could just change the name of it to something else. Like ESC bot or something. I don't know, something like that, so that it was a little bit more stream specific. But every other place that's got the ability to change the name of the bot, it seems to be, you know, $12 US a month or whatever. So having a vanity bot name for $144 a year just doesn't seem worth it to me. So no, thank you. All right, I realize I'm just doing more talking than doing right now. This is mostly because I'm not sure. Let's adventure over up that coastline a little bit. Come on, chicken. Going this way this time. Chicken. I think the thing with the Siri shortcuts app that I was telling Moon Girl earlier, that I know it's useful for people who have like Apple HomeKit or some of the automated services you can do in home. Like if you were on your way home, you can just do the Siri shortcut for, and you could create a voice snippet that's called "On My Way Home," and then basically Siri would adjust your smart thermostat and adjust your lights, and you could have it basically like if you always had tea on the way home and you wanted to boil water for tea, you could do. Oh my goodness, that's new. That's cool. You could basically set it up to do all kinds of stuff for you. Oh my goodness. That's an invitation to fall down there and get lost. And more copper. Man, this place is a copper palooza. So I'm definitely going to be coming back here next time I want some. Have it in your chat view as a mod. I think you looked at it when you first started streaming. Ah, yes, okay. I did, and then I took it out, but then I think I started looking at it again just to find out what the difference was. Or I think when I'm trying to remember, Nightbot is one of the very few that is both Discord and Twitch. Which is why I stuck with it for that reason, and because all of the people in the Citadel seem to be using it. Well, not seem to be, were using it at the time, and so when I needed support, y'alls were very helpful. Little glowy stuff down there. Always gets me curious. Wait. It's a water fox! Oh my goodness, I need that. What? Like a chicken explode over here? Oh my good fox. Goodness, fox, are you dying? I don't know how to save the fox without sacrificing the chicken. Poor fox. Can it survive down there? This is weird. And it's dark now. Great. Alright, chicken, we're racing back. I do like the sunsets. So we are racing. Oh my goodness. Did not recall seeing that big old mountain in the horizon. Maybe that's the one we were over by. I just didn't see it from this angle, so it looks immense. That's probably the one we just went around, but I wasn't looking up at it, so. It's almost like an island, that mountain. That's cool. I can dig it. That means there's an area over there to explore as well. Interesting. Well, I do hope that their fox managed to find its way out from where it was. I think this is going to be a safe, straight venture back to where we need to be. It is, yeah. I'm pretty happy with it. I think I'm going to have to just make my way over here sometime. I think I mentioned that last time I was over this way. Sounds like something I would say. Oh my goodness, all the baddies that are over there. No, thank you. Ha ha ha, you're all on fire. Alright. I feel like this stopped because I went too far away, so we'll hang around here. It's only 22 more. We can do this. Actually, wait a second. That. Oh, it's not enough because, right, I need the other 4. Con! Alright, that's alright. We can do it. We can wait. We got this. So we're just going to stare longingly at each other while I sip some tea. Probably a good idea to make your mark in the area. Whoosh. Nice. Good call, Cosmic. Good call. Good. This is indeed the perfect spot. I'm going to go right where I'm standing. Nicely done. Thank you, Cosmic, for using your 1,234 viewpoints on the perfect spot. Because look at it. Look at it. It's perfect. It is the perfect spot. So good. So thank you, thank you. If there's a stair... I should add that to the Nightbot command. I forgot about that. There's a stair. Steven was there. Alright, let's check to see how our cooking's going. What's cooking good looking? I think I put in more than I needed to. So it should only be 9 more. Oops. 6, 7, 8, 9. Not that it's a huge deal because holy copper galore. Then once I have my 4 sets of stairs done, then we need to go back and find some. We need to find some honey, and then we can wax these bad boys. I've never actually waxed stairs before, so I probably need a little bit of help from the comment section once it becomes time. I didn't even look to see if there were any bees around here. I know there are bees over in Somerville, so perhaps we'll take a visit over to Somerville. Or in just trying to remember if there are any bees over by my place. I don't think there are. Almost time, folks. Almost time. So I got these 2 chests. Had 0 need for them, so well done, Steven. Just slap honeycomb on it. I do. I feel like that's something I need to do. I've never done it before. So that's, yeah. That's a good question. Yeah, I've not done it, so I gotta figure it out. I think I would like to do it on my own because I've never done it before. We're almost there. Nice. All right. It is time. Boom. That. So we have the 4 copper stairs that we need. Whoa, that was, sorry, I should have given a flashing lights warning on that one. Yeah. I guess that's all we need to do because we need to go put these stairs in before we can go looking for deep slate. And this is an odd one because the nature of copper stairs, I'm not going to wax them yet. I'm basically going to go put them all in, let them age, and then I'm just going to have to wax them at various stages. I'm not going to do all 4 of them at the appropriate waxings right away because it means I basically need to just stop the stream and go wait. So beehives over at Somerville that you can use if needed. Chop down trees down. Okay. I might just go and do that then. All right, chicken. It's you and I against the world. Back to the island of the portal. Also known as Portal Island. Yeah. Hello, dolphin. We are on an adventure. Not really, but it sounds pretty great. We're just going back to whence we came. Oh my goodness, look at that. There's a big old slice out of that mountain back there. It's cool. There's like a ravine. You can see right up there. It's hard to see because it just went dark, but there's almost like this slice in the mountain right there. That's pretty neat. Well, I think it's pretty neat. Oh, what's that over there? Another glowy thing underground? So many glowy things underwater. That's great. That's great. There's chicken under my cape. Hey, chicken. Is this cape keeping you warm? I hope so. Even though it seems to be cutting directly through your face, which is really unfortunate. Adventure chicken. Doesn't make sense now that I parked over here because of this island falling apart. It's not exactly structurally sound, so I have to remember this for next time. Oops. Chicken, it's been a treat. Thank you once again for looking after my boat. I shall return when it is time. I wonder if I should adventure up that way someday. I have no idea what's up here. Oh, that connects to other things. The desert. So if I keep going this way, there might be more desert up there. Interesting. Interesting. Alright. That's for future Steven's adventure. Do we have everything we need? We do, and then some. Alright folks, we're going back into the nether. Look at the ground, look at the ground. Do not make eye contact. Indeed. You may rest in boredom until we need you again. There's still anything in these? Nope. And whew. A lot of magma cubey goodness. Those chests need to go through at some point. So many chests. Not enough time to look through them all. Alright, we need to go adventure over that way. There's just so many places to go on an adventure. But seriously though, I still have to do that. Just go find a place to adventure through. I would like to adventure more off to the east from the Stair Temple. We're almost to the tea-sipping hallway, yeah. That child has been loose for a long time. Alright. Tea-sipping hallway time. Woohoo! I just looking down at the Twitch dashboard, just realized I saw the run 1 minute ad break button, and I feel like we've got a long hallway to go down. Let's run an ad. That's not a bad idea sometimes. Like if I know I need to go way down to the Blackstone area, it's like, all right, you've seen this route a bazillion times, so we're just gonna run an ad, and when the ad's done, we'll be there. But I'm not an ad running kind of guy, so perhaps if I took my ad running a little bit more seriously than just having an ad jog. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have. Then maybe I would. I'm just an ad hobbyist right now, not a professional adder. Alright, alright. My office is melting, my glasses. Not literally, but I'm toasty. Oops. Time to get some food in this here face. I feel like I'm in the stairs. I'm not. Still on ad slow walking, yeah. Same. Ad moseying. The ad stroll. Alright. So once we have these stairs placed, we are going to probably go back to... Oh. No, we need to go get the... don't need to do the wax yet. What time is it now? 8:30. Maybe what we'll do is we'll go do the deep slate variants. We'll worry about wax the next time. My back is far sorer than I would like, actually, unfortunately. So I just have an appointment with the doctor at the end of the month, because it's kind of the same as it was. So, hooray. I actually shouldn't say that. It's not as... Oops. It's not as bad as it was last stream. But I just have, like... I don't know. I got aches, and they feel like old man aches, even though I don't feel like them that old. Like when I breathe in, the ribs around my back into the front now ache. Super annoying. And my shoulder feels like I've got a tear in my shoulder, which is another story entirely. Hooray. Oh well. Alright, so we're gonna do... so this one's... copper. Yay! Copper. Yay! Oh, that's why you didn't actually pick you up. There we go. All 4 copper variants, well, soon to be copper variants placed. Nice. Get that kind of stuff checked out. Fingers crossed you'll be on the mend soon. Yeah, I know. And I put it off longer than I should have. My shoulder's been one of those things that's been, it's like a soccer injury from when it was in my teens or early 20s kind of thing. So it just hurt it at the time. Decided I was indestructible. Didn't get it checked out. Mentioned it to my doctor like a decade ago, and it wasn't terrible. Just kind of like, yeah, my shoulder's kind of sore. So I just didn't get it checked out as soon as I should have. Now it's like, the pain. All right. So now I need to go. I think there's a bee over. I feel like there's a bee over here at some point. Did a bee show up here? No. No bees. Okay. Enjoy the birthday cake. There's a candle on it too. I didn't even notice that. Love it. Alright, so. Whoa, that's really far away. And that's too close. Where am I? Back it up. Back it up. So I have. I think that's oak over there. It has been there a long time. It's going to be there until my next birthday. So bees are in oak, right? It's not dark oak. I don't know if those are oak or not. Could be birch. We're gonna go take a look and see what those trees be over there. Because there might be bees in them trees. So they're in oak. Nice. I think that's what that kind of forest is over there. So we're gonna hit that up for some. Hopefully run into some bees. No, I don't know how to get honeycomb, just realizing. Never had to do it before. Do I need shears or something? I do not see any bees. Comes up to your birthday this year. I'm just gonna put up a sign pointing to that and say, see you. Or maybe I'll actually just eat it before then. Wouldn't that be something? Alright, see if we can find a bee. This is a fun little song. I've never gone this far. I like this area, that's nice. Huh. That'd be awesome, Cosmic, actually. Thank you. It hadn't actually occurred to me. Oh, right now. Wait. Oh, I thought I heard some bees. But it could have been just the ambient sound pack playing mind games with me. Nope, no bees over this way. Well, that's alright. Maybe we will head over to Somerville. Because there be bees there. And Somerville is always a beautiful place to visit. Tree parkour! Pretty awful parkour at the moment, but... Oof. Oof. That was a spine cruncher for sure. venture over this way a little bit to see if there was any bees along the outskirts. No, I don't think so. This is a bee-free area. That looks like a floating cake. That's awesome. Wait, what is on top of that? Snow? I guess so. No bees nearby, no bees. Alright. And as Cosmic was saying, I do believe the honeybees that are over here. It's easily distracted Jackson. What do we see? What do we see? Could that be a hole leading to some adventure? It could be. Sadly, it isn't. Billy's going to have to wait until next week after school before he can go adventuring with his friends. Subscription, we've got Rabelais in there subscribing at tier 1, but subscribed for 10 months. Thank you so much, Rabelais. Greatly appreciate it. Welcome on in. Great way to make an entry. You and Elkhorn both this evening. Appreciate you both. Right. You want to take the bee's nest from Somerville and bring it back to where you are. These nets can be mined by any tool or by the player's fist. They break faster with an axe. It's best if a bee's nest is broken with a tool not enchanted with Silk Touch, it drops nothing, and the bees inside emerge angry to the player. If a Silk Touch tool is used, the bee's nest drops itself, and any bees inside remain inside. So how do you get the beeswax from it, though? Thank you, by the way, Cosmic. Thank you. I'm unfamiliar with the beeswaxing process. Have I still got my... Do I ever? Silk Touch, mending, super duper goodness. Okay. Yeah, we'll bring that with us. Actually, we gotta dump this copper somewhere. I'm gonna put it in here with all the other copper stairs because that copper knows what's what. Shears and campfire underneath it, so this... Okay, so campfire underneath it, and then shears. Alright, I can do that. That's not quite enough iron. You can try those, Steven. I feel like there was iron in one of these things. Well, that's a chunk of iron. That's way more than I need. No, let's just dump the extra stuff in here because we don't need that. Actually, copper, you can go in there. And really... Don't need you, don't need you. All the other stuff is somewhat useful, I just don't know where to put it right now. So I'll keep it! I'll keep it. Don't put campfires immediately underneath the nest. Bothers the bees sometimes and we'll trap them because... Oh, gotcha, okay. I had some shears not too long ago. And there they are. Fantastic. Funny, it's one of those things I'm not sure if I've ever made a campfire before either. So let's look into that. Actually, we need to go to sleep too. So let's go to sleep down here. And we'll check how to make a campfire while we're at it. Swinging my chicken, swinging my chicken. Right. No, not campfire. Campfire. Log, log, log. Stick, stick, stick. Coal. Of course. Do you have any coal? I have coal! Nice. I got sticks. So I just need wood. I can do this. I can do this! Just don't remember where I have wood. Oh me, oh my. So many boxes everywhere. Steven lives in the world of someday. Someday, I will get a inventory system figured out. Alright, so it was this, and that, I think, and that. Campfire! Nice. So the campfire just it's automatically lit. Interesting. Oh, you're kidding me? I lose the campfire if I do that? That's stupid. Sheesh. Whose idea was that? Alright, noted. Silk touch on the campfire. Or whatever. We'll make another one just in case, because I'm that kind of person that will definitely break it. Wood in there. Alright. Off to find some bees. Woohoo! Wait, did I grab the shears? I did. Fantastic. Where did the beaver come into it? Razors, sharp incisors. Bee time. This is my first time getting bees. You know what? Maybe I'll just try to find... Let's go off this way, see if we can find some bees in there. I appreciate the offer. Making fun of autocorrect is the bestest. And making fun of autocorrect with your friend. Oh, we're sorry, Rebel A. It was not our intent to bring the pout out. It's funny as all. Rebel A, we're sorry. It was a good one. The unintentional beaver made it Canadian. You were just bringing the Canadiana to your chat is all. And this area over here, it looks like it might be a potential bee haven. Beaver hive, woot woot! That would be. Maybe not a PG-13 channel, but. Bees, please. Bees, please. I'm looking for some bees, please. So when you take a bee's nest with you, do you have to put it on another birch tree or another oak tree, or will they survive on spruce? There's not a lot of... Whoa. Ooh. Any tree, okay. Oh. Tell you, that's calling to me there. Not a today thing, Steven. Not a today thing. And the object road. Oh, interesting. Well, that is good to know. Let's do a wee bit of adventuring around here to look for a bee's nest. Oh, so many spots to explore. There are. I'm just like easily distracted by shiny things and apparently caves. Shiny goodness and cavey goodness. place seems to be all beat out. I don't understand. How can there be no bees around? No bees at all. Pod to bees. Oh, there's a woodpecker. Apparently, according to the sound clip. But... Oh! Where did you come from? We were just talking about you. Where did you come from, cutie? Where's your nest? I've never had a pet bee of my own. Where'd you come from? Just have to follow you around aimlessly until you go home? This is going to be torture. You're the first one I found, so I have no choice but to just hang out. Oh, where are you going? Where are you going? Seriously, do you just have a regular fly pattern that you're doing? Ah! Don't leave me! Ooh. So when do you go back home? I am. This is a bee observation mission. Follow the bee, follow the bee, follow the bee. Become one with the bee. Ah. Don't get angry that I'm following you, please. Seriously, where is this bee? Where's this bee's home? The mystery bee. Ah. You're so cute. Oh no! I'm glad you made it, McScrewgun. I'm glad you made it. I'm following my... looking to get my, yeah, pretty much. This creepy Steve dude. Trying to get my first bee. Uh-oh. Oh no, where'd the bee go? No, where'd the bee go? Bee? 10 p.m. 9:30. I lost the bee. Oh, there it is. It's like, oh my goodness. I lost the bee. So I still have another 45 minutes to go, good sir. Alright, bee. Trying to follow you. So when does a bee go back home? What makes the bee go back home? So for this part of the stream, we are just literally going to follow this bee around until we find out where it lives. And then we're going to steal its home. I'm still, I need to get wax for my my copper stairs. So this is what we're doing right now, is grabbing a beehive so we can get the stalker, pretty much. That's funny. Now I'm waiting for this bee to go home so I can transpose it, transplant it to a loving neighborhood. No, bee, where did you go? Please don't be gone. Okay, good. It's almost nighttime. I need to find out where bee goes at nighttime. Ah, bee, don't do this to me, please. Don't lose me. I need you, bee. Bee. Did I actually go to bed at night? What's going on? Is bee never going to go to sleep? Ah, shoot. I'm going to lose track of it. Gosh darn it. Ah, man. Did I lose the bee? Oh, because I went for a nap? Oh, bee, where'd you go? Oh my goodness, there you are. Seriously though, where do you live? The bee's never going to go to bed, are they? I'm gonna go on a wild goose chase. Bee, where'd you go? If it's lost. Yeah, maybe. A wild bee chase? Indeed. I would figure the first bee I ever tried to chase is lost. Without a home. Oh man. Oh. Figures. Be he indeed. Joke's on Steven. Move it, sheep. He's gone, probably. Gosh darn it! Thought I had it. That would have been an awesome achievement. Ah, bee! Not that I don't know that I would get an achievement for it. But I've never done it, so that would have been a cool thing to accomplish today. And try and make one spawn, planting something next to... True. Bee? Where'd you go, bee? This is gonna take forever. Where's your home? Well. Do they eventually just make a home, or would they have had a home to begin with? Does anybody know? Is anybody smarter than me? Well, that's a stupid question. There are a bunch of people smarter than me. And a bunch of you folks, let's say all of you folks are Minecraft smarter than me. Oh. Well, there's another one. Well, that's rough on the ankles. Steven is running around blindly, looking for holes to fall into. Oh, lost the bee. Really? Did I just totally lose that bee? Oh, come on. Gosh darn it! Loser pathfinding ability. Alright. Maybe I just need to look for a bee's nest as opposed to a bee. Maybe that's a better strategic thing to do. This bee does not do me any favors. You're cute! Your little pollen butt. A sleepy song. Oh, there's another bee way over there. What do I do? Which one do I follow? I don't know. Oh, I think I'm just going to look for a bee's nest. It might be easier than looking for bees. Oh. Well, I guess maybe not easier than looking for bees, but maybe more fruitful. Funny, I've seen a bunch of beehives in the past, but I just... never when I'm looking for one. Burb! Oh, no worries. Pool? That's exciting. 'Tis the season. Hooray. Alright. Where are we? We are super north of Alistair's place. Alright, we're filling in the map is what we're doing. Hey, Pyro! Hello, hello, welcome on in. Good to see you. I'm looking for bees and having no luck. Because I need to wax the copper stairs to make them stay. You can grow a beehive? How does one grow a beehive? This inquiring mind would like to know. I've never actually done the beehive thing. I've walked by them numerous times, but never actually sought one out or actually acquired one. So realize I'm just walking through the woods with a bed in my hand. That's not awkward. Why can't I get around this tree? Oh, right, it's the bed in my hand. Oh, is there a good chance they'll spawn on new trees? A better chance they'll spawn on new trees than existing ones? Mind them with Silk Touch when their bees are in it. Yes, I do have my Silk Touch pickaxe at the ready. What is this? Oh. This alluring pit of gloriousness. I guess the thing with the bees, I was hoping to, what do I do? Getting several beehives by growing trees. Okay. Is it a somewhat quick thing? Do they automatically appear on the side of a tree when you're growing them? It's one of those things I was hoping to get one sooner than later. Sheesh. surprised I've seen like probably, maybe not quite a half dozen bees, but a handful of them anyway, but no beehive. Seems weird to see as many bees as I have. With no hives. Yeah, they just put a flower next to a sapling. Oh! That's cool. Things I did not know. Alright, I'll just take the... Oops. The roundabout back home. The roundabout way back home. If I can't find any other way, I will do that. Okay, that's pretty cool. Things Steven did not know. That'd be one of them. I guess, just so I don't forget, I'm gonna take a flower and do just that. Oh, there's a bee over there. Confirming oak where I'm at, since I really don't like leaving. Yeah, I'm kind of... You remembered! Oak or birch trees grown from saplings or that are within 2 blocks, including diagonally, but flower on the same Y level, have a 5% chance to grow with a bee's nest. Okay, interesting. Oops. I got caught reading that. Almost got caught. Almost got caught with the baddies reading that. Good information. Thank you both very much. Maybe I'll grab a few flowers and then plant a bunch of them. Try to increase my chances. Going to have to head out. Oh my goodness, no worries, CJ. Likewise, very good to see you, and I hope to see you again around the Twitchiverse very soon. Thank you very much for popping by, good sir. I'm glad you're not nearly as busy as you were. Only in the sense that you get to relax. And a Cosmic Wiki. She's got all the info. Now we just need some saplings is all. There we go, there's one. There's another one. You just need to get down here. You just need to get down here. Thanks, Cosmic. Thanks for the shout out for CJ. Oh my goodness, I can't remember if it was done or not, but we gotta get a shout out for the elk horn. And because Cosmic won't do it for herself. Cosmic as well. Right, I need that and that. How many saplings do I have? 1, 2. Now 3. Not a ton. That's okay. Alright, we'll just head home. And we'll just start planting. Although we will keep our eyes peeled for a bee's nest as well. Because we've been done for elk horn, but he is so mighty he gets it twice. Well, I apologize that I missed that. Cosmic, and I apologize for not being quicker on the draw with yours. Because you are always here, and always most appreciated. You folks are all awesome. Sure know how to make a fellow feel special. And I know that sounded sort of jokingly said, but honestly appreciate you all being here whenever you are. It's just makes it so much more enjoyable. Can't believe all this way back and forth, and not a single beehive. I mean, part of me feels like I shouldn't be surprised because it's just, oh, This seems to be the way it works sometimes, but honestly, in all of this birch / oak area, nothing. Not a single one. It'd be funny if I found it right before I get back. Da-da-da. Going for a swim. Alright. Oh! Oh, I thought that was a bee. At the corner of my eye, I thought I saw a bee, but it was just a mushroom. No bumbly goodness. What is going on down there? Nothing. It's just a tease, that one. Holy smokes, we went really far. We still got plenty of terrain to cover before we get back. There it is, somewhere up there. I'm probably not seeing them if there are any because I'm going over them. Interesting. These mushrooms, I can see how you get those two confused. It was an out of the corner of my eye thing, silly. Right. Pit of distraction. Run away! I'm looking for a bee's nest. Maybe for the first time in my life, I'm actively trying to track down a bee's nest. It would make more sense that they would be near trees with flowers by them as well. I don't see any. So hard to find. Oh my goodness, another one. So many places. Another one. What the adventure land? Alright, that was surprisingly not fruitful at all. Honestly thought I'd find something. Nothing over here either. We're just gonna have to plant some saplings then. Might as well see if I can grab some more saplings. I think I only got 3 total. We are doing this the hard way. We're going for organic grown saplings. And I've done that thing where I've forgot to turn the light in my office on, so now it's dark in here. This is the long way. Which is annoying. Did I get the full? Nope. I did not get the full tree. Now, was that the full tree? Oak is tough because you can never tell if you've gotten the entire thing until... Oh, there it is. Oh no, I thought that was a log in there. Alright, so why is it not... Oh, it is disintegrating, okay. Just took a little while is all. Not disintegrating, that's not the word I wanted. Decomposing. Alright, 1 second folks, I'm going to turn the light on. Lights are handy. These tall oaks are the worst. Yeah. Agreed. Oh, there's a good few saplings. Okay. I think we're good. We've got 9 saplings. How many flowers did we get? And 8 flowers. Okay. We've got the goods now. We've now got 9 saplings and 9 flowers. No, wait, we've got 10 saplings, but only 9 flowers. Well, we better get another flower then. Oh my goodness, Steven, bad posture will not help with the bad back. Now that I've got 10 each, in theory, no, if I had gotten 20 of them, then that would have been 1 in 5. No, thank you, Siri. You are here for it. Oh yeah. It's flowery goodness time. We need to, well, it appears to be the time when one should go to bed, so let's do that. So we don't have to worry about the crazy spawn pointiness. Oh, another flower. Well, that stuff's pretty. Ed Sheeran, there you are. I was wondering where you went. Whew. I was getting a little bit worried that Ed Sheeran had gone on tour and just not come back. Alright, let's set up some oaky goodness right around here. First of all, let's just throw a bunch of chicken bits on the ground. Chicken bits. Alright, we'll do that and that. Flowers and flowers. Okay. Is this a good area? This feels like a good area. Nope, not you. I'm gonna do one over here. Spread them out a little bit. Keep hitting the wrong key, which is fantastic. Welcome to Amateur Hour, where Steven doesn't know which button to push. Good times. Good times. And he gets pointed at and mocked by small children. You don't know how to do that. You're right, little one. I don't know how to do that. What a cosmic great. If we ever do another group project on the server, I feel like it could be... Touche, touche. I missed some of the chat, I'm sorry. I can't wait to start making candles. Bees and the wax. I'm going... Good to go, nice. I've never actually done it. Gate. That would be a fun thing to do at some point. And then we'll do the lone birch and the red flower over here. Nice. Oh, red flower. There you are, right in the middle. I think I've got some bone meal over here, so let's go do that goodness. If we don't have bone meal, we should have bone meal. Why don't we have bone meal? Because we don't know what we're doing. Wait, we can just do that thing. It's only a little bit of bone meal, but it's bone meal nonetheless. Let's give it a go. Not on the first try. Not on the second try. Well, perhaps this is more of a multi-try thing. We're going for it. We're grabbing all the goodness. Okay. Alright, we'll be right back. I believe there was... We'll take that hoe, because that'll be good. Oh, I thought one of these had a pickaxe in it. Or had an axe in them. Nope, sir, you are mistaken. Well, then we're just gonna have to make one. Some funky bass. One of my favorite sounds in Minecraft. The harvesting of the shrooms. I'm grabbing all this stuff to turn it into bone meal. 20 trees to get 2 nests, okay. I'd be surprised if it's similar to that as well. The 20, I mean, it says 5%, so 1 in 20 would make sense. You are lucky, you got a 10% chance. Alright, bone meal, you can do this. It's gonna take a little while. I'm just check to see if I've got any bones anywhere. Because I feel like that's something I always have kicking around that I just never do anything with. I could be sorely mistaken. Or I could be sore incorrect. Right? Anyone? No? Alright, fine. Be that way. Boom! Wait a second. An empty shulker box. Wait on. Heroes, yoink. Your mightiness. Do not see you here. Long may you reign. Okay. Not too many bones. So let's go and see how we're doing here. That's all we got? Yeesh. Tough crowd today. Alright, let's see if we can get some bees going. Or how are we doing for time? 9:15. Holy hiney. Come on, trees, you can do it. I had faith in you. Gosh darn it. Where the bees at? Oh, right. You don't actually get anything for that. Oops. Oh, I took down the flower. That's not what I meant to do. I'm just gonna take all the trees down that we planted. Hooray! Hooray! It was a mistake, it was a mistake. I put it back. Worry not, dear Cosmic, for the flower was reunited with the land from whence it was taken. What other tree do I gotta take down? Ah, yes. Now, fingers crossed we get the sapling goodness that we need. Sapling, sapling, saplings, here we come. Oh, nighttime again already? Sheesh. Pick out a few colored flowers and bone meal them so I don't have to pick any flowers. That's so nice. That is a sweet thing to do. Yay! More saplings! Hooray! Okay, let's do this again. Come on, trees, I have faith in you. Let's do this. Oh, I forget. Oh yeah, it's the red flower. The red flower. Chaos as I like the cause. As much chaos as I like to cause. Nice. Alright, so did I get them all? I did. So now I just unfortunately sort of need to wait, see what happens. Actually, I mean, I kind of wanted to grow my own, but I forgot I do have a bee's nest in my My treehouse. Maybe I should just go get that. Maybe I should just go get that. Pretty sure I don't have any... Oh, I do. Look at that. Look at me. Cutting bones everywhere. More bone meal. Right on. We can do this. Well, that music went quiet. You didn't get a chance to grow yet, so skadoosh. Come on, grow big. Fine, be that way. The pink and white dye a lot for my tree. Pink and white dye a lot for your tree. Ooh, custom wool. Nice. Alright, well. Perhaps at this point, I'm just going to go and, I think I'm gonna head to my tree and grab a bee's nest from there, and then we'll come back and grow our own bee's nest at another point. I feel like I'm determined to get that. Oh, wait, the flowers are too close for the beehives? I thought it said within 2 blocks. So I assumed right next to it would be good. You can't have it right next to it. It's got to be 2 blocks away. If that's the case. That's unfortunate. That I did not know. I maybe misread that. I thought it said within 2 spaces, not 2 spaces. Well, that would make sense as to why I was batting 0. Not because I'm bad at the game, it's just because I'm bad at the game. Sure glad I didn't waste all that bone meal. Ah. Oh well. We'll have it ready for next time. Okay, well, we happen to run into more birch, so we'll just fingers crossed that this is actually going to work out. Good to know though for future reference, thank you. So I'm going to go and, yeah, I'm going to go, a few minutes left. Let's go to the tree house. And we'll grab some beehive from over there. Perhaps, if we're lucky, rockets on me? I do not. So we will not fly over. Within 2 blocks. Huh. Well, at least now they're the right distance apart. Or at least now they're 2 blocks away. So if it is 2 blocks, we're good. If it's within 2 blocks, we're also good. How did you get in there? crazy. Alright. Alright. Enough of this distraction action. No bone meal in there, no bone meal in there. Yeah, agreed. I am in awe of them every time I go in there. Admittedly, there are some times when I'm just in a rush and I don't give them their proper dues. They are pretty great. Well then. I don't know if I could take one of these bees' nests though, because they're there for aesthetic reasons. Well, I can always borrow one. And come back. Sorry, son, I've ruined the aesthetic. I'll bring it back someday, I promise. Skadoosh. I've decided to sit back a little bit to be more relaxed. Easier on my back, which is always good. Frostburn. Exactly. Thanks, Cosmic. Yes, and his personal best is finally up on speedrun.com, which is awesome. And if I do remember it, put him correctly. I put him at 255th place out of thousands, so that's pretty good. Alright, so we probably were not close enough to, yeah, it's pretty great. It takes a little, oops. Oh no, we'll go into the Betty Bio over here. It took a long time. It took like 2 or 3 months to get it verified, which is a drag. Just I know I've probably grumbled about it a handful of times on stream already, but it's just like, if you're going to be the place, the official place, like the home of speedrun times, you should have more people to actually review these things, so that it doesn't take somebody 2 months to get a time reviewed. But that's me being a grumbly old man. Let's actually take this little lovely little grove over here. Place a bee's nest right there. Looks like a good spot for it. Now we just need a bee. Well, that's feels anticlimactic now that there's a bee's nest up there. We just have to wait. Oh well. 'Tis a thing that, so you know, it happens. Alright, well it is 9:30. Folks, I think I'm going to call it a night. Because it is that time, and I am the tired, so I just saw that CJ went live there, so we're going to do a bit of a raid on CJ. It's going to have to be a raid and run for me, unfortunately, just because I am tired and I gotta get myself ready for bed. But yeah, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you again to Rabelais and Elkhorn for resubbing. You folks are awesome. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evenings / time of the day wherever you are. And I will be back Sunday morning, 10 o'clock. That's the plan anyway. Yeah, for some more Minecrafty goodness. We have to get the deep slate variants on those stairs, and then that's pretty much going to be it for the STAIRventure. So thank you once again, everyone. Have yourselves a wonderful night. And if you want some more Minecrafty goodness, hang tight. We're going to send you over to CJ. So thank you, and take care. Toodles noodles.